civilization was not a new idea. From Plato comes the story of Atlantis, a great, advanced civilization. And the suggestion is that it's this hubris, this conceit of Atlantis, that it becomes so sure of itself that somehow the universe struck it down. If, for example, we were to face another comet impact as we did 12,800 years ago, and I don't believe that our civilization would survive such a cataclysm. Those who would survive would be hunter-gatherers, people like the Kalahari Bushmen. Hunter-gatherers are in the business of survival, and they would get through it. And 10,000 years from now, their descendants might tell a story about how there had been a time when there was a great civilization on this earth. So advanced, its powers were almost miraculous. Do you know, they could send people to the moon. They could fly around the world. They could speak to each other on other sides of the planet. Something went wrong. They became cruel. They became arrogant. They began to impose their will on others. They ceased to wear their prosperity with moderation, and the universe struck them down. I think there's a message in the Atlantis story for our civilization. We should stop being so fucking arrogant and proud in our achievements. We should show some humility, and we should learn the lessons of it.
Mr. Graham Hancock is back in the building for a record third time, a three-peat. We've never done this in the history of London Real, but who better than Mr. Graham Hancock to come back and talk to us? He is an extraordinary man. I still remember preparing for days and days when Graham first came into our studios over 4 years ago. At the time, he was by far our highest caliber guest. He had been on the Joe Rogan show many times, and he was talking about things that we wanted to talk about. And I still remember the first question I asked. I said, Graham, you once said that all politicians should drink ayahuasca 10 times before running for office. And from there, he took the ball and ran with it. He talked about writing, he talked about psychedelics, he talked about his own very personal struggle with cannabis, and this time Graham did not disappoint. He was back to talk about his latest book, Magicians of the Gods, to also speak about his fiction series, War God, and to continue beating the drum about the fact that as humans, we deserve to have sovereignty over our own bodies. We need to make our own choices. And when I go and am invited down to the Royal Society in London by Professor David Nutt and Amanda Fielding, Graham Hancock's in the audience, along with Rupert Sheldrake and all of these very intelligent people supporting issues like LSD research. And it's just such a pleasure to have Graham. He is such a great icon, and I think he really is a British treasure, along with some of the other names that I mentioned here. So I know you're going to really enjoy this talk with Graham. Again, it was just fiery, and everything is just packed with knowledge, and so just so grateful to have him on the show, and I know you're going to enjoy it very much. Of course, I am coming at you from Shoreditch, one of the most beautiful places in London. Come check it out, or come see us in the studio sometime. And I am loving the videos I'm watching from all of you around the world. Thank you so much for posting videos of you getting out of your comfort zone on our academy. We've got our Create and Connect 4-week cycle that pushes people to do different things, to challenge yourself, to make a plan, to be accountable, not to mention the body and mind challenges. If I see one more video of someone taking a cold shower naked, I'm going to fall off my chair. Not to mention, we did a Get Up Early challenge. We did an affirmation challenge, all inspired by guests on London Real. So all that good stuff is happening over the Academy. I just want to say thank you all for those videos. It just always uplifts my spirits. I get home at night.
Yeah, that is a closet gay man. Nothing wrong being gay, but you don't ask your male friends for their videos of them naked in the shower for any reason other than if you're gay. God, I hate this fucking intro, man. Like, just play the fucking thing, dude. Just play the fucking thing, you fucking asshole. Like, fuck you.
In your most recent book, Magicians of the Gods, you specialize in unconventional theories involving ancient civilizations, stone monuments and megaliths, astrological data from the past, and altered states of consciousness. Your books have sold more than 5 million copies worldwide and have been translated into 27 languages. Graham, welcome back to London.
Thanks. Good to be with you again.
Great to have you here. You're the only time we've ever had a guest on for 3 times, and so, it's always a pleasure to have you here.
Well, thanks.
I actually mark your visits as kind of like a history of London Real. We were here first 4 years ago.
In the early days.
Yeah, and then 3 years ago, and I still remember that first visit. It was so cool. I remember I prepared that for you. And you came on and you just spoke so honestly about consciousness. We talked about ayahuasca, cannabis, and it was just great. And I just, before we even get started, I just want to acknowledge you for all the work you've done, and you just keep it real all the time. That's whenever I see you when I'm interviewing on the Rogan show, you're always speaking hard truths and calling the world out for what it is.
Well, thank you. That's nice of you to say that. I just do what I do. Complicated or special.
You seem to be very true to what you're doing. So, what has been happening with you the past 3 years? I know Magicians came out last year. People had waited a long time for that book. I believe Fingerprints was out in '95.
Fingerprints of the Gods is definitely the book that I'm best known for. And it proposes that we are a species with amnesia, that there has been a forgotten episode of high civilization in the remote human past, and back during the Ice Age. That was the case that I made in Fingerprints of the Gods. It was a very controversial book. It tackled many of the ideals of mainstream history head on. It suggested that the whole story we've been told about the origins of civilization was wrong. And that book was published in 1995, which is, well, we're sitting here in 2016, so amazingly that's 21 years since I wrote it.
And that book came about because you were a journalist in Africa. You had made a trip to Ethiopia, and you started just asking questions, right? Because you didn't set out to be...
I had a very little interest in the ancient past, as a matter of fact. I was totally a current affairs guy during the 1970s and the 1980s. But it was reporting the current affairs story in Ethiopia that led me to Ethiopia's claim to possess the lost Ark of the Covenant, which is actually central to the whole culture of Ethiopia. And I thought that was a story worth investigating. And it was a story about the past, and it drew me into the past in most unexpected ways. And I suddenly found that I think of myself as an investigative journalist, but let's investigate the past. Let's look at what's going on in our backyard. Let's see what really may have been the story of humanity. Let's not just accept what we're told by the so-called experts in the field. Let's look into this ourselves. So that was my project with Fingerprints of the Gods, was to bring that. Now, of course, it's not, even in 1995, the notion of a lost civilization was not a new idea. That notion has been around for a very long time. We can take that notion actually back thousands and thousands of years. The most famous example is Plato, the Greek philosopher Plato, who gave us the story of Atlantis. From Plato comes the story of Atlantis, a great advanced civilization which had navigating and seafaring skills, which could explore the world, which built gigantic buildings, which had advanced knowledge in every area, which was prosperous and powerful. And Plato says that corruption crept into this society, and it became cruel and avaricious, it became greedy, it began to impose its power around the world. And he had a very ringing phrase. He said that Atlantis ceased to wear its prosperity with moderation. And the suggestion is that it's this hubris, this conceit of Atlantis, that it had become so sure of itself that somehow the universe struck it down, and we have the cataclysm of flood and disaster, and Atlantis is submerged beneath the waves. Now, of course, the view of historians and academics is that Plato's story is just made up. He just made it up to make some political or philosophical point. But this cannot be so. That view can't be right. I was very suspicious of that view the first time I heard it from a mainstream historian. Why are they saying that Plato made this up? Plato repeatedly states that it is a true story. And as we look into it further, we find something else. That Plato puts a date on the destruction of Atlantis. He said Atlantis was submerged beneath the waves in a huge global cataclysm 9,000 years before the time of Solon. That gives us an absolute date for this. We know Solon, we know who he was. Solon was a famous Greek lawmaker. He was an ancestor of Plato, as a matter of fact, about 200 years before Plato. And around 600 BC, Solon, a great Greek lawmaker, made a visit to Egypt. And in Egypt, the priests of the temple of Sais in the Delta told him the story of Atlantis, and they said that it was written on the walls of the temple. And he said, when did this happen? When was this great civilization destroyed? And they said 9,000 years ago. And that was in 600 BC. So that's 9,600 BC in our calendar. That's 11,600 years ago. Plato is telling us a great civilization was destroyed in the global cataclysm of flood 11,600 years ago. He's laughed at by all academics and historians. But then geology comes along, and lo and behold, what do we find? 11,600 years ago is a truly cataclysmic episode in geological history. It's called meltwater pulse 1b. We have a massive rise in sea level as the ice sheets on North America and Northern Europe just crumble and collapse into the ocean. If Plato made the whole thing up, he was just astonishingly on the mark with the latest geology. And I think that
this might be it. I got it. Oh, come on, please.
Academics have been too
Like, please.
Too
Oh, no.
We figured the whole story out. There's no mystery there. Maybe there's a huge mystery there. Maybe we should listen to these clues and hints.
Like, please.
Speak of a great civilization. So when I published Fingerprints of the Gods in 1995.
Oh, please.
It was at the end of a long lineage going back to Plato and before, and of course famously Ignatius Donnelly in the 1900s, the early 1900s and the late 1800s wrote Atlantis, the Antediluvian World, which was a huge investigation of Atlantis. So this subject has been tackled again and again and again, and again mainstream academia has said no, it's impossible, there could be no lost civilization, we know everything about the past, and it's been dismissed. But the problem is that new evidence keeps coming up which can't be explained by the existing historical model. New evidence that just doesn't fit the picture. And my sense is that this evidence is now becoming overwhelming, and that we're reaching a tipping point. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year.
Yes.
But within our lifetime,
It's gotta be
we are
it.
going to see
That's gotta be it.
new understanding,
Yes, I knew it.
a radical revision,
Yeah.
and therefore of our place in the world.
Did you know when you published that book in '95 that you were picking a fight with academia, that you were going to soon be their nemesis for the next 20 years?
I didn't know that really. I understood that there were academics with entrenched positions on this subject, but I didn't realize how violent it could become. How
What? Did my command not work anymore? Are you serious? What? Okay, we're gonna have to use Z's. Z's. Tell me a random number between 0 and 30. How many shots I'm gonna take? 30?
It is a subject that is therefore tightly controlled as to what we are to know and not know.
Oh, whoops! I gotta change this fucking
By
thing.
current politicians and current
Well,
people,
see,
not just academics.
you see, when you have a huge civilization as we have to do today,
Oh, I gotta change this.
billions of people all around the world, and you're in a leadership role, you want them kind of organized and productive and doing stuff, and that you want them to feel good about that. So you want to tell them a story about why that should be good, why they should go to work every day, basically maybe not enjoying themselves, but go to work, earn their salary, and buy consumer goods. This is what our society is about. It's about production and consumption.
Yo, what up,
And we're supposed to
Moonraker?
feel good about that.
Albert Einstein feel the gains of
The historical
knowledge.
model that we have at the moment tells us that we, 21st century,
We just got 23, my man.
apex and pinnacle of human achievement.
That's
We
why I'm
are
doing
it.
this
We're the
this
bee's
stupid thing.
knees, you know.
What up, bro?
We're the end of that long
31?
story.
Come on,
We
Z, that's
are
impossible. Okay, I'll do it. Whatever.
Produce and consume endlessly in this sort of hedonistic binge, and that's what life is all about. And that is very nice for those in positions of power, because if people will buy into that, they stay quiet, they don't ask questions, they don't complain, they don't riot in the streets, they just do their jobs. And I would suggest that the historical model that we have at the moment is part of that system of control. It's part of saying, well, it's perfectly normal and right.
We got it, man. We got it. We got it, dude. We were in the 23. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, buddy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm not bragging, dude. I don't want to be an idiot. I'm just happy. Oh my god, it took so long. It was a low 23. I was thinking it could be 22, honestly, bro. It was like pretty good run.
This is a very substantial issue. There's a whole network of ideas. I'm not talking about a conspiracy. Actually, this isn't a conspiracy. It's just the way the world works. But the way the world changes is that people come along and suggest things.
I did, my man. I got Bunker 1 essay, 23 seconds.
When you're in power, you don't like to feel uncomfortable, so you do whatever you can to put that down.
Thanks, buddy.
Now, from an academic's point of view, let's say a professor of archaeology, he has invested his whole career in a particular model of the past, he or she.
Thanks, man. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I just got it right now, dude.
That model was already
Just got it
set
now. Thanks.
when they
I
went
know
in.
it is that. That's an epic time, man.
Right there,
That's a fucking
the very
epic
moment
time,
they
bro.
start doing their first exams at university, a filter is being applied.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna
They
like
are
post it. I'm gonna
anywhere
edit it.
outside the accepted teaching. If they
Should I
actually
do that right now? I mean, I might as well.
as they
It's gonna
are,
take it's gonna take so
then they will
long.
not pass those exams, or
It's
they
gonna
will
take so
not do
fucking
well,
long.
and they will not. So in a way, in order
Maybe not. I can
to
maybe do
well
the
academically field, you have to buy into
raw
existing
version.
model. Because if you don't buy into the existing model, your paper
Whatever.
will be marked down, and you will not get the results that could eventually lead you to becoming an academic. So by definition, academics are already people who bought into the model, and their careers are invested
I don't
in the
blame you.
model. And they're all decent people. They're all good people. They believe passionately that they're right and that this is this is how it is. And that belief also becomes existential. You start to It's very easy for people to.
All right, I'll play it back,
completely
but
invest
I might post it after the stream.
We have a certain set of ideas we can.
Honestly,
And when those ideas are challenged, it's not just an intellectual discussion. We take it as an attack on us. And that's what I think that's fundamentally why academics reacted to me. I was arguing that the whole field of history and archaeology may have got the origins of civilization completely wrong. But at a personal gut level, that was taken by many academics as a direct attack on
yeah, but it's a full moon tomorrow. We're taking the full moon energy. I was thinking I'm just gonna play.
a counterattack.
All right, we'll play it back. We'll play it
Now,
back.
the counterattacks on me never happened before the book of Big Fair. There's lots of books in alternative history that say wonderful things, but most of them don't appear above the radar. This one did appear above the radar. And as a result, there was a concerted effort was made to discredit me. And that is a bit of a conspiracy. You know, when you have academics who write to the BBC and they say, you must bring this man down. You know, when they actually say that, and the BBC makes a program which is designed to damage my reputation, and that program is then later found to have been unfair by the Broadcasting Standards Commission, something odd is going on. Yes, something a little bit to do with reality.
Where's my fast forward? Why can't I see it? Where is it?
This is a stop from BBC, other media sources. TED, you've had your ups and downs.
It's very weird with TED. I just find it very, very strange. Because I used to like.
I can't like fast forward it.
You know, I thought, well, okay,
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna play it. I'm sorry, dude.
Some interesting discussions. I think it's fairly well known. I do a TEDx Satish Kumar is there, a bunch of other people are there, we all give talks, and they go up on the TED YouTube channel. And then 2 weeks later, TED removes my talk, and it removes Rupert Sheldrake's talk. And, well, naturally, there's a fuss about this. And people want to know what.
Docs toolbar.
Because
Source
these
toolbar.
were pseudo-scientific ideas.
No source. What about this?
Well,
We got it. We got it. Okay, we're watching it. We can watch
They
it.
accused us of representing ideas.
We're gonna watch it. We got it. Yo, what's up, Christian? How are you, man? Right. So this is not live. This is recording. Oh, here it is. This is it. No, this is not it. The one after this. I'm good, man. How are you, buddy? Oh, why isn't it not picking up the video? What? Why? Why isn't it sound? Oh, because I recorded the raw. I understand. Alright, that was it. I'm gonna go back. I want to watch it again. Pretty fucking good start, eh? That's why I was thinking it could have been 22, honestly. My first cam is still pretty slow, though. I take a really conservative first cam. Let's go back and watch that again. That was pretty good. Oh, no, not that one. The one after. It's the one after this one. Oh, good table. That was like the third bullet of the first burst. That was like literally exactly what I've been trying to do. What happened here? Why? Alright, it's fucking up. That was... whatever. It, like, froze for some reason. Whatever. That was like, the run. Hopefully the video's not fucked. Looks pretty good. Looks good. Alright, I guess we're playing Aztec then, man.
Is about consciousness, which were not scientific. That's not the case at all. Rupert Sheldrake is a highly credentialed scientist. These ideas were scientific enough.
Sorry for the volume.
They were the kind of science that these people didn't like. There's a certain faction in science which is called materialist reductionism, where everything is reduced to matter. So the idea that there could be anything to consciousness beyond the brain is anathema to such scientists. Those scientists believe that consciousness, they call it, an epiphenomenon of brain activity. Okay, we have these big brains. We evolved them in order to survive in the jungle of survival of the fittest. And a kind of accidental byproduct of that, we got this thing called
Big W there.
Believe it or not, that is what people like Richard Dawkins actually believe. Consciousness is an accidental byproduct of brain activity. Rupert Sheldrake and I were suggesting that that's not the case, that it's much more mysterious. And that's why they took our talks off. Not because they were unscientific, but because they challenged a dogma of a particular faction of science. And in fact, Rupert and I received huge support from many scientists after that who said that TED were way out of line to do this, and that the ideas that we were presenting were not unscientific. They were leading edge, but they were not unscientific. So in the end, TED were forced to put the talks back, not on their YouTube channel, but on their main site. They were forced to publish the reasons why they'd taken them offline. They were forced to cross all those reasons out, a very humiliating climb down for TED, and those are still left online, with all their bogus reasons for removing the talks crossed out, and our rebuttals placed there, and the talks back on there. So a few years later, in 2015, a TEDx organizer in Reading, in England, comes up to me and says, would I do a TED talk? TEDx event. And I said, well, you know, I've had a bit of trouble with it.
My quote. I literally checked what Amaranthal's wearing.
So I said,
I missed
and I went and did it, and lo and behold, after 2 weeks, this time TED think they're getting smart. They realize they got a massive backlash from censoring me and taking me offline. So now they leave it online, but they stick a huge health warning, basically saying this is not politically correct. This is not sanctioned, authorized science. You know? And so the view of TED seems to be that actually its audience can't make out their own minds, that they're like children.
Oh man, I missed this level, bros. I missed this. I'm home.
Curate and shepherd everything, present them with the correct material. And to me, this is absolutely astonishing. It's astonishing that TED well, I'll not get involved with TED again. I thought I'd give them another chance. I thought they'd learned from the previous experience, but now I see that they haven't learned at all, and that there's no point whatsoever in using their power.
Yeah, I think they're very sensitive about consciousness, psychedelics. You probably are one of the very few talks that's even up there.
Oddly enough, they have covered psychedelics in talks before. I don't think that's the problem. I think they're willing to talk about psychedelics, particularly in view of the fact there's such a lot of good scientific research going on psychedelics.
Yeah.
They're willing to talk about that, but the question is how do you position that talk? If you were to suggest, as I do, that in altered states of consciousness we may access valuable and useful information, which may be of fundamental importance to humanity, that's a step too far for an organization.
And then they call it pseudoscience or something, and then they kind of redact some of those accusations. Yeah. I had Lawrence Krauss in here, and he did a
Why?
movie with Richard Dawkins.
Right.
I think both of them have this theory that, you know, the consciousness, there really isn't anything more to it from a scientific viewpoint. And
They need to go take some DMT.
what happens when you challenge people to that? Someone challenged Richard Dawkins
I
to
did.
that.
I challenged Richard Dawkins when he came to speak in my hometown, which is Bath, and he spoke in the public library. So I thought I'd go along. And he was promoting a book called The Magic of Reality. So I wanted to question him about his views on reality. And my question to him, which I recorded and put on YouTube, and his answer, was that there are cultures who believe that reality is much more complicated than just matter, and that they believe that drinking a visionary substance like ayahuasca can give them access to those realms. Have you ever, as a scientist, have you ever tested your own prejudices by working with one of these substances and seeing what the experiences, what the effect that the experiences have on your thinking? And he was interested. He said, under the
Yo,
under
LA
the
Goose, thanks, bro.
you know,
Bro, we got 23. We got 23. We did it.
so
We did it, my man.
Richard Dawkins had his first massive DMT trip and possibly thinks again about the future.
Right, and there's a possibility, right? It's probably...
I think there is a possibility, especially with at any rate.
We
it's
did
not
it, my
the
friends. Thanks,
conditions
buddy.
that Richard Dawkins set, which would be when I asked
Now
him
we're doing
to
this.
publicly answer,
Oh man,
he wanted
we're trying to use the full moon energy.
wanted to be assured that he would be safe. Well, there's work going on with psychedelics at Imperial College in London right now, which will provide him with all.
What up, bro? How are you,
So
man?
if Richard Dawkins actually wants to put his money where his mouth is, he can contact Professor Richard Nutt, and he can have, at any rate, a deep psilocybin experience in Imperial College. And I think he would find it interesting. I think even if it didn't shake up his view of the world, he would find it an interesting thing.
Yeah, we do that. They are doing it just
Alright, man. Hope you're good. Hope you're doing well.
in some way, puts you on a journey to start thinking about altered states of consciousness. As you get more into
Oh no, really? I bet.
I had become aware.
Yeah, you're doing night shifts at 2 jobs, man. You were doing it at stair cycle and... No, were you doing a stair cycle night shifts?
Mainstream religions of the
Also?
West, but through my studies of ancient Egyptian,
I know you're doing like 12-hour shifts at stair cycle and shit.
immersing myself in
But even the... Oh, you didn't do it.
had
But yeah, I remember the metal smelter job you had.
enters or explore those realms. I'd always thought that the Great Pyramid, whatever else it is,
Oh wow, cool, man.
connected in some way. That it's
Yeah, when I was in Miami, I was staying up till like 3, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. It was insane.
If you ever have the opportunity to be alone inside the Great Pyramid,
That was like a dream. To even just stay awake that late every night. I would drink coffee at like 2, 3 a.m.
it really can be very extraordinary in affect consciousness. So I was aware of consciousness. I was aware
Because I didn't have any
used
cannabis.
complex reality.
So I just drank it. Every time I wanted to smoke, I just drink a coffee. Bad idea.
Universes. All of this was I was aware, but I hadn't really thought this is
Yeah.
something I would look into. After I finished
Oh, sorry, man.
I then went on and wrote a series of other books on the lost civilization theme.
Yeah, caffeine intake, man. Gotta make sure you don't drink a coffee in the evening.
Documenting
That's what kept me up.
scuba diving, looking for ruins under
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that,
and
man.
I wanted to do something different after that. I wanted to get away from the whole lost civilization and these endless bloody arguments with academics and their mates in the media. I just thought, I've done that. I was interested in human origins. And I need to cut a long story short here, but the
Or at least stop drinking after noon,
when did I
after 12 p.m., I would say.
suddenly start creating this fantastic art in these deep
Maybe in the afternoon, but
rock shelters high in the mountains?
even after dinner is kind of problematic.
Then I found there was a really good explanation for it.
You will definitely stay up.
Kevin, in his book, Food for Gods,
Sound eight theory.
implicating psilocybin in the emergence of modern human consciousness. And that's also paid tribute to David Williams,
That's just my opinion.
professor of archaeology and at the University of Wisconsin. David Williams, right back to the 1970s, had been arguing
Quitting coughing has been great for me, for my teeth, for my stomach, for
shamanistic.
my sleep.
These were shamans who had entered deep
I-
altered states of consciousness, returned to the everyday state of consciousness, and painted.
Just me not drinking like hot brown liquid, or that would get lukewarm and then I would drink kind of lukewarm, cold brown liquid, slightly acidic.
And we become recognizably us. That's what. So
Oh,
then the
fuck
next thing
me.
was, okay, I'm a hands-on researcher. I'm not just going to sit in an armchair and write things. I've got to do some serious work.
That's the journalist in you, right?
I've got to do some serious work. That's the journalist.
Because an academic would have just said,
Perhaps. And indeed, David Lewis Williams, who I have huge respect for, has done precisely that. He refuses to take any psychedelic, even though his argument is that psychedelics were responsible for K. He doesn't want to take one himself. He says, I don't want to burn
What the
brain.
fuck?
The research is there. I don't work that way. If I'm going to write about something, I have to experience it. Otherwise, I shouldn't be writing about it. And therefore, I needed to have psychedelic experience. I had psychedelic experiences before, very few. I'd taken LSD in 1974, 24 years old. And then I had no more psychedelics until I started to research the book that became a psychedelic. I discovered that in the Amazon jungle, there are shamans who are drinking a powerful visionary brew, and what are they doing?
So Toad, let me tell you something
Exactly like those cave artists.
about my life. I got called by a recruiter today from Covanta, which is like Stair Cycle's competitor, pretty much. And they're like, they want to interview me for this like hazardous waste management manager role in like Chambly and in Kitchener. And like I'm the guy for it because I'm bilingual. So I mean, I don't know, man. It just feels like if you know what it feels. It feels like an ex-girlfriend fucking coming back after all this time, and then you already like start a relationship with with someone else. Like my fucking trip to China, and this fucking like my ex-girlfriend is like back from outer space. So I at least I don't know. I'm talking to the guy tomorrow. But like this, if they offer that job, it's literally pays like twice as much as China. Like it's insane. But I don't think. I mean, I mean, I have a good chance they'll offer it. See what they have there. Thanks, buddy. But honestly, it feels like fucking. And it's just like everyone at Covant is everyone I worked with at Stair Cycle. And it's like it's just like where were you guys the last fucking 2.5 years? I mean, it's not their fault. It's not. I applied to Covanta like a bazillion times. I still might get rejected tomorrow.
There's a huge process.
But there's like, it's hope, man. There's hope, dude. Thanks, bro. I don't know if Graham Hancock's too loud. I'll turn him down a bit. He's pretty loud right now.
I think the internet has played a big role in this. It means that information can't be kept within exclusive and complete. It means that information is
Sorry, Graham. We got bumped.
getting access to.
Yeah, man.
Finding out. I think this has led to an across the board.
So yeah, dude. It's like, it's exactly for me. And I'm talking to not like HR tomorrow. I'm talking to pretty much like one of the. He's like the senior director, region of Canada or some shit. He's like the head guy, which is insane. I was interviewed by the head guy of Daniels about 4 months ago. Like he didn't hire me. He said I was too inexperienced for literally like the exact same job as this one. I'm going to talk to the head guy tomorrow. And I have a feeling it's going to go the exact same way. But I don't know, they might offer it to me. That'd be insane. And then I just feel so terrible. I guess I just gotta go with the flow, man, right? I'm lucky though. I'm blessed.
Are being invested in promoting a particular idea. And I think that where we're getting
I mean, like, I do want to go to China, man. I do.
realizing that this is part of the system of manipulation.
So you don't want to fucking.
They're realizing we are sovereign adults. We have the right.
I don't know, man. I think I would have more fun in China.
I mean, what's an absurd abuse of human rights for a politician to say that he will send you or me to prison because we.
But I don't know. I have all this debt. You're saying I'm more fucking thanks. Yeah, but like I have all this debt. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do with my life and myself. I'm lucky though. I'm finally getting callbacks. Finally. Go see what they offer. Thanks, bro. Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah, I'm definitely going to. 100%. Yeah, and they have a Chambly, Quebec location just outside Montreal. And they have a Kitchener location. Not worth it. Maybe it's a dream job. Who knows? Yeah. Who the fuck knows, man? Who knows? Not I. Well said, man.
it's becoming harder for the
And I
dominant.
mean, I just, like, I know, you know, just the fucking corporate. I know what it's like. It's fucking shit. The corporate, like, life shit. Just the fear of being laid off and fired or spite fired or in Kitchener, suburban hell. Kitchener's pretty nice. I don't know.
Is elite. Less specifically what is
I used to play basketball in Kitchener at the facility. I forget what it's called.
that means that no adult can make any choice about their own mind, any choice at all,
Like, fuck you.
without breaking the law. This seems to me very strange. But there's hope in it, because the law is so ridiculous that it's going to bring the law to something. The politicians are so stupid that they
Yeah, I don't know where I'd be living. I might be living. Might be living here.
they will have been given enough work.
They say there's a lot of travel between Chambly and Kitchener.
I think Britain's gone really radically backwards.
So I don't know.
Because we have a bunch of incredibly dull.
But again, it's the same thing. It's the recruiter excited about me, and then I see the hiring manager just not. But I think I'm like, perfect for the job.
America is a country where actually democracy can. The citizens of Colorado decided that it was
Maybe.
extremely inconvenient for them, and
I don't know if you have to live in Quebec or whatever.
that they were not allowed to smoke cannabis, so they made cannabis legal. They took a vote, they legalized it, and now you can go into beautiful cannabis boutiques across Colorado and be treated as an adult, buy whatever you want, and leave. Nobody is judging you, nobody's asking you questions, nobody's sending you to prison. This is a great thing about America, that individual bits of America can make up their mind on an issue regardless of what they do.
Thanks, buddy.
See, I can't imagine Northumberland
I'm gonna load the vape again.
making cannabis legal with Westminster disagreeing. But
I might try going for 22 on Bunker 1 SA. I know that'd be insane. Can you imagine?
it's a good thing too.
Can you imagine I sneak out at 22? That'd be ridiculous. That'd be so ridiculous,
As being the
man.
driving force behind all evils of the war on drugs. So it's a very good thing that the American people
I think I got lucky though on my 23, honestly.
say enough. And they are
I really think that.
Because make no mistake, the ending of the war on cannabis is the beginning of the end of the war on drugs.
I don't know how I can do it any faster, to be honest.
Desperately struggling to stop the legalization of cannabis.
That was like the perfect run. And the perfect boosts. The perfect table. Everything was perfect for me in that run.
It's fascinating to watch this kind of civil war in America, where the states and the other both don't want to fight too hard against the other, but it's changing. When you spend time in Colorado, when you're in a state like that, that is
Why?
I think it does. I like the air in Colorado. I feel that I'm breathing the air of some kind of freedom. That people have freely chosen a particular way, and they've made it. Interestingly, people all over America are flocking to Colorado. It's a very attractive place to go and live. I understand property prices are zooming up. There's a huge economic boom as a result. I suspect a lot of other states are looking. I'm thinking this may be the way to go. It's still today 750,000, 750,000 Americans are still arrested every year for possession of cannabis. That's 750,000 Americans every year who get criminal records. For doing what? Having a mild experience in their own home, doing no harm to others. Of course, this is insane. And the same society even encourages them to drink alcohol, which is far more dangerous. We need to wake up as a human species. We need to, we need to be.
Which one? The hazardous waste one? I haven't told her about it yet. Cause I mean, I can't. I don't know, man. I just don't know if I'll get it. I don't know if I'll even be offered it. That's what I mean. It's like, that's what I mean about like an old girlfriend, right? That's exactly what it feels like. You know, The Notebook? That's what it feels like, bro. I'm not a big friggin' like Notebook romance guy, but like I saw that movie with, you know, my ex-girlfriend. It was, you know, whatever. But I mean, it's totally that. It's like, you know, your ex-girlfriend, like I've been applying, like I applied to Covanta. I still has all the, like I applied there like a fucking bazillion times. No calls, no replies, nothing. For years, for 2.5 years. Felt like I was blacklisted or something. Or whitelisted, or should I say, never mind. Anyways, no, really. And it's like now you're back from fucking outer space. And I got this good thing going on with this, the people in China, they like me. They want me. They pay me the full range of the salary. They give me a free fucking apartment. And it's like, what, I'm gonna come back at the fear of potentially being laid off. Because I've seen it, man. The people working at Covanta were people that were like, you know, fucking hired and fired after 6 months just to steal the competitors, right? And it's just fucked, man. It's just so fucked. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just being dramatic, but it's just, man, it's just not fun. It's just not fun. It's like an old girlfriend.
I think it's a vote against the
Not fun.
I think it's a vote against the system that has failed Americans again and again and again. And it's the same system all over the world.
So let's see.
Failing Britons and failing French.
I went with the flow. Hopefully I have an answer. Tomorrow I'll have an answer, I hope. I was pretty brash in the friggin' in the recruiter interview today. She goes, oh my god, she was at the end of the interview. She goes, oh, so do you have any current offers that you're looking at right now? And I said, oh, why you like? Can I ask why you're asking that question? And she said, oh, you know, in case you do have an offer, then we could expedite this process, and if not, then we can just let it be for a couple weeks. And I'm like, first of all, like, you fucking, I didn't say this, but I was like, what I literally said was, I do have an offer, and I think you have a star right in front of you, and I don't understand how my value is based on whether another company wants me or not. That's literally what the words I said. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? You put me on hold? Why? This is like, fuck you. Well, whatever. I didn't say that. That's what I meant. Whatever. It's just too much. This is all that bullshit, you know? Just they don't want me. It's fucking bullshit. It's like an ex-girlfriend, man. It's exactly like fucking an ex. Without the fucking. Yeah.
And then they do it. Yeah.
So who knows? I'm gonna be open-minded and happy. But I need a change. I need a change in my life, man. I need a big change in my life. That's what I need more than anything. A big change. 10 years experience, I know. Oh, it's bullshit. It's all fake. Everything's fake. Oh, for sure. Totally. 100%. 1000%. Definitely, a lot of times, you know, like I've been interviewed by recruiters for like literally a job, something like this, but more junior, that would be perfect for. I think I told you that story, and the guy's like, oh yeah, you know, I don't think you wouldn't be like the person for this job. And I was like, I didn't say this, but I kind of looked at him like, well, are you even trying to hire anyone? Because like I'm the guy, like I'm the guy for this job. But it's all fake. Like, I don't think he even had the job.
and I felt absolutely.
I'm sure a lot of it is
and
just
never
selling data too, and resumes and shit. A lot of people are probably
couldn't
stealing all my information.
stop.
It's fine.
My
It's just
life
whatever.
would stop completely. And that carried on
You know what I mean? Like,
from
it's just too
very
much, man.
2011 right through until
The Joe Rogan
the
experience.
Joe Rogan experience in September 2014. So I'm sitting talking to
I need to load the vape, man. Hold on. Give me like a minute.
says, as you what things
Oh my god, dude, we got 23 though. That's fine. Let's replace our real life miseries with fake
maybe
happiness.
dip my toes back in the water. So Joe says, why don't we start now? And pulls out a nice fat California joint.
Joe doesn't need a lot of encouragement for that.
So we lit it up and smoked it on air, and I did enjoy it actually very much. So what's happened since then? Is it that in situations like Colorado, where there's no hassle, okay, I'm not compelled, I don't feel a compulsion to use cannabis anymore in the way that I did, but I do enjoy using it, and where it's convenient and easy for me to do it, spend a lot of time in Colorado these days. I do. I particularly like cannabis in chemical oil. I don't smoke. For many years I didn't smoke. I used a vape pen. But I think cannabis oil is a very interesting
Dude, I think it's both,
yes, oil. And of course, in Colorado with the whole medical marijuana industry, they've really developed really excellent cannabis products. And you can get cannabis exactly what you want, and with the full knowledge that it's totally legal and everything goes down the door
And again, safe, and you know what it is. And what a concept, right?
It's a really great.
Talk to me about Joe Rogan, because I think probably the first time I invited you here, I had seen you on back in those old days of Joe, where you went to his house and was streaming the splits, and I remember watching you there, and you guys formed this kind of incredibly unobvious relationship.
Yeah.
The stand-up comedian, the MMA commentator, and Graham Hancock from England.
Yeah.
But you two were obviously very close, and you kept up the relationship over the years. What's that been like, and what's it been like to be kind of so big on YouTube? Do you meet fans that know you from that show?
I certainly do. I think Joe Rogan is an exceptional human being. He's a really remarkable guy with an incredible breadth of mind. Many different skills and capacities, and the ability to synthesize all of them and bring it into a conversation. I think he's playing a fantastic role in showing people what can be thought of. In a way, giving people permission to think of things that they've never thought of before. I think he's opening minds all over. I'm incredibly grateful to Joe for the conversations I've had with him, because it's allowed me to express my views and my ideas to a very, very low level. And yes, certainly I meet people all the time who see me as Joe Rogan.
So I was working at a bank in the city of London, absolutely miserable. I was going to work. Everyone told me I was doing great and my life was great, because I had this great job. I was making this money, I could do all these things. I could see why. But I would come home, and the one bit of peace I would have would be listening to Joe for 2 or 3 hours. I used to watch the things when they were Vimeo on YouTube. And there was just this time where maybe I was giving it permission to think about it. And it was quite honestly because of that we're here talking today. One of the new business
Yeah.
and I can never say that enough. And so I think it was right when you came on the show 4 years ago, we finally got the tweet from Joe. It was just the most surreal experience I think could ever have. That all of a sudden we were in LA to meet. And again, just so gracious, so generous to just have us do that. But it was like, honestly, I felt like I was beaming out signals to like somewhere in outer space, like broadcasting and someone heard a signal. He would inspire us. So it was just this crazy thing. And to watch, we were episode 271, and we were on 100 something. And I can feel that it's really a part of who he is now. I think he can't be Joe without having 5 episodes a week.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I think it's as important as his comedy.
I think it's pretty more. I think what he's doing through that show is alchemical. It's a transformation that has been worked on the minds of millions of people. It's a great thing to see. Yeah. And you know, Joe is not just heard in America. I travel the world all the time. People in Japan, South Africa, and Australia who've heard me on the Joe Rogan Experience. There you go.
When it comes to plant allies, what's your current relationship with ayahuasca? It's something we talk a lot about on this show. Again, back to my kind of banker days when we first did a before and after ayahuasca show. I think it was before we saw you about 4.5 years ago. I was terrified. I thought the Bank of England would never allow me to back in the financial markets. Little did I know that would be a blessing at the time, but I was really paranoid. People told us not to do it. We're talking about it on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. But we went ahead and felt it. And we were very respectful of my ayahuasca always has been. So it was really transformative for me. I remember when you were on the show the first time, you said I try to do it a year. What's that relationship like?
Yeah, my practice was to have a concentrated series of sessions that I would take 2 weeks in a year, and that I would have 5 sessions during those 2 weeks. And I was doing that every year for many years. Sometimes I would have more sessions, but I tried to at least have 5 sessions a year. More recently, I've reduced that. I don't feel so eager anymore. I've had more than 60 ayahuasca sessions. The most recent one was in the United States, very close to Mount Shasta. Amazing place to drink the brew. And the next day we had a different experience with a medicine called San Pedro, which is a cactus that ingredient is mescaline. It's very interesting to work with ayahuasca one day overnight, and then the next day with the San Pedro, which connects you to nature in an extraordinary manner, and you're deep in nature around Shasta.
And that's a daytime experience typically.
The San Pedro experience, I would say, is a daytime experience. I would. It was my first experience with San Pedro, and I would definitely want to experience it during the day in nature. I want to be in nature. I want to be talking.
Okay. I've heard about it. I know people who go to South America at San Pedro oftentimes at the San Pedro during the day.
Yes.
But I've also heard from people that are very comfortable with the ayahuasca experience. Not that you're ever comfortable, but you're kind of at least used to knowing what the things you expect. Sometimes really thrown off.
Yeah. I haven't taken enough San Pedro. I've only had the one session, and that's nothing to judge from. You need to have multiple sessions before you can really know what you're dealing with. But I didn't find it full on in the way that ayahuasca is. Ayahuasca, when you hit the right dose and it's the right brew, will take you into this seamlessly convincing parallel realm, where you are communicating with entities in a very meaningful way.
Now you'll not confuse my potentially incriminating writing.
I didn't find it primarily visual. I found it an integrated, a sense of awakening.
Yeah, I think it's just like, I mean, a lot of it is the fucking the COVID measures. I can't forgive them for like the vaccine. Like literally, that was the big shift. The COVID. I mean, there was a lot of debt previously. I don't know if Social Security would have made it anyways, but and the mass innovation. Like it's fucking us. And the diversity, equity, inclusion. Fuck that shit. No, it's too much, dude.
I think the problem ayahuasca was the relationship. That relationship between two people was not constructive. I had an abusive relationship with cannabis, and I paid the price for it. What that ayahuasca session, that series of sessions addressed was my relationship to cannabis. That if that was how it was going to be, I had to stop. If another relationship could be formed where I can work with cannabis occasionally.
Hello. We're back. Static. Really?
At all. Okay. I'm having less ayahuasca sessions these days. I don't expect to have another one during 2016. One is enough for me. I find that
Hello.
the experience is so powerful. It's worth it
Is that better?
to integrate it. And it's never good to be too eager with
The pause menu has static, as you know.
sessions. All takes time. It's a long process.
Yeah, after my first ceremony, I think it was in 11 or 12, I forced myself to have activity free that year just because I knew I had a lot of work to do. Really. And then my second one, which was super powerful, I don't think many people know, it was actually in the studio. I was here, and I remember crying so much that the tears streamed down my face, and I remember them collecting in my ears and dripping down my ears while our female shaman was singing these beautiful prayers. And it was a really powerful moment for me. Went right back to where I was 7 years old, and my parents were divorced, and I realized I'd been building these walls around me to keep people from hurting me. And it was just really powerful. And it shut a lot of people out of my life. And so it's really stuck with me for a long time.
Z's. Z's, you're the man, dude, honestly. Guys, AI is the best chatters. I'm sorry. Sorry, my friends. My real life friends, AI has you beat. Never take an expat. That's interesting, man.
There's a good politician who really loves people would, rather than trying to prevent it, would say, well, if people want to have those experiences, that's kind of
That's interesting.
safe.
I think I read that that's a thing with Sagittarians.
Instead of just beat them about heads and prison.
Once if they...
I think it's a control issue, like you said.
I'm a Sagittarius rising, right? So I move on too. When I move on, I move on.
That problem with democracy. So it's fascinating to me. And
But it's just like, you know, it's exactly like the fucking Notebook, you know, right? Like, it's like I created a life. I feel like I've already created a life that I was planning for, that other people are planning for. Yeah, it's true. It's like a final straw. That's usually true. That is usually how it goes. Usually it's like you're in denial for the majority of the time until the final straw, and then all your denial just comes like a fucking tidal wave. And then you just see it for what it is. I do that a lot. I'm a dreamer. I have some pretty crazy dreams, like aspirations. I have a Pisces moon. I like to dream a lot and like get high a lot.
Because this is what we are, our consciousness, our bodies. This is us. And the right of other people to make legislation
Yeah, man.
about us, about what we do, there's a crucial distinction. If we're doing harm to others, there's a place for us. As long as we're not doing harm to others, I would say,
I mean, I don't want to be an asshole, right? Like, if I get offered that job, that'd be insane. It would be amazing. It'd be huge for my career, right?
spying on people and interfering and listening to
It's just
them.
I'm not just being dramatic and an asshole. I'm just sharing my thoughts, you know, with my friends.
Yes, and oftentimes we just blindly follow those laws. I have laid out marks in here. Cannabis, yeah, he's amazing. But he said, Brian, I have friends of mine that won't take cannabis strictly because it's against the law. So we build these prisons, and then again, psychoactive substance, while they must be right, so we better not touch it because it's bad. Again,
Let's remember the bad law. It used to be a law that if a woman was found guilty of witchcraft, she would be burnt at the stake. Was that a good law? Should people have followed that law? No, definitely not. It used to be possible to be burnt at the stake for saying that the earth went round the sun, even though that was correct. So the fact that something is a law doesn't mean it's right. Often means it's wrong.
let me ask you about yoga, because with my limited experience of psychedelics, it's always made me see the good in this world, and it always made me question what I was doing and made me do other things about myself. So case, and first of all, I want to ask about rewriting fiction because it's something very few people go from nonfiction to fiction and then back to nonfiction. So, Supernatural, but then the War God series, that first book, really blew my mind. It completed Bad Dreams, but talked about,
What?
these happened in Mexico,
So
these
sad that
fascinating.
No. Wow, I'm insane. I should have got hit there. I don't know how I did not get hit.
I think with psychedelics, it's important to realize, first of all, that they're not a magic book to enlighten you. It's not like you take a psychedelic and suddenly you will enlighten you. It's practice. Enlightenment only comes with work. And secondly, not all is sweetness and light in the psychedelic therapy. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on there. A lot of exploitation, a lot of, frankly, unsavory characters who got into the ayahuasca business suddenly to make money. I don't know what to do with that at all. I don't know what they're, I don't even know what they're putting in that group. I think with psychedelics, what you bring to the party is really important. And if you bring a state of mind filled with hate, it's possible that the psychedelic will lead you in that direction. That's what appealed to me. Who integrated psychedelics into their human sacrifice in a really ghastly way.
What the fuck, man?
And sometimes sacrifices wouldn't take psychedelics.
Hey, fuck you.
Very dark and negative.
Yeah, buddy. It's tomorrow. On the full moon and the sun squaring Pluto. And Pluto is all about like the death and the decrepit, the renewal, the stage. Dude, it's a full moon in Scorpio with fucking Pluto squaring the sun. And Pluto is ruled by, or Scorpio's ruled by Pluto. It's gonna be fucking insane. I think we're gonna have an insanely amazing discussion tomorrow. This guy, he opened a PMC in Brampton in like '97. In a Mercury retrograde, bro. Dude, the astrology is insane. Whether you believe in it or not, like just the objective reality of the astrology right now and tomorrow. Scorpio, dude. The Scorpio is all about like uncovering the truth and finding fucking the hidden. That's why I'm trying to speed run, get like a fucking uncover a fucking 130 something. I got a fucking 23, you know. It's just like, not to be an ass, I'm not bragging. I'm just saying there's astrological alignment for sure. But maybe could just be chance. Could just be me playing more. Anyways, yeah. So the deeper sense is my career, right? And my life, right? Because I mean, I came in here tonight thinking like, I don't think I'm gonna get any PB. I'm just gonna waste another hours of my night. I streamed to talk with you guys, talk with you, man. You know, and like friends and. So it'll be, something's going down, man. Something is going down, and I'm gonna have to cancel an offer somewhere. I'm really blessed. Yeah, man. I canceled the Indonesia. I said no, thank you to those jobs. The teaching English jobs there. The Hong Kong one, I sent my documents, but I might have to cancel that still. And yeah, right now it's just Dong Ying, man. I feel good about it, dude. I feel really good about it. They want me. They like me. You know? That's a nice feeling. Finally. Fucking not psychopath people yelling at me to wear a mask. I mean, they might. They're Chinese. Let's find out.
world, published in 2002, 2000 footnotes. I'm in Canada. My state of mind at that point is I'm bulletproof.
And squares are like moments of intense struggle.
I want to make my arguments absolutely bulletproof, and that makes the argument bulletproof, but also boring, and it makes it boring to write. So, in the new book, in Magicians,
Oh wow. Really?
I've again tried to embrace that
That's wild, man. That's way better.
but at the same time, you couple it with very solid.
Yeah. I did notice that, man. I would be skateboarding a lot. I'm planning to be skateboarding
I really had
a lot.
that I was done with but then we have extraordinary discoveries from the later,
I want to get an electric skateboard.
particularly the
That'd be insane.
particularly the evidence of giant cataclysm unfolding between 12,800
An electric skateboard would be
and with this new
amazing.
science
In
I
Donging. I want to get a car, dude. I want to get a car in China. That'd be amazing. It's too expensive though, I think.
They work together. That whole story is told. I think I'm done.
Yeah, I was about to say 2036 could be
I
the.
think I'm done. Although I have to say, there's two things in terms of big non-fiction.
Me in a Chinese pickup? That'd be ridiculous.
I hugely value my wife's
I probably wouldn't get a car for at least a year.
Long before I. She do your underwater photography.
all the other down there.
I mean, I wouldn't really leave the city that much.
And Santa has an archive of the most amazing images of the world's most mysterious archaeological sites that she has compiled over the last 4 years. Right?
And it's not fast. Like, why is it not fast? It was a pretty shit start.
I think, you know, we all talk about Mexico, we talk about Andes, South America, we talk about Egypt, we talk about Turkey. China is a really fascinating subject. I don't know what
Yeah, dude.
I'm beginning to feel that it may be the place where climate change will be really.
Yeah, dude, it's like 27 degrees in Donging already. You know what I mean? It's like fucking straight up summer. If you look at the weather for Donging, it's like fucking hot as fuck already. Can you imagine? Here it's cold as balls, man. I like open the door. I'm like a cat. Open the door. I just look outside and I fucking close it again.
Burgeoning science. There are huge new discoveries today.
Yeah. Yeah, if you look at the snowfall, yeah, there's like no snowfall.
That there was just no population in America before that. The first Americans came across the Bering Strait. It's obvious now that's complete. But America was settled 50, 60, 70. We have ancient.
Well said, man. Dude. Well fucking said.
There's a.
Yeah, dude. Playing Goldeneye. I don't know if I can do another. I don't know if I can do another winter of Goldeneye. Goldeneye has been a savior for the winters of what? 2022 to 2023, and this winter 2 in a row. 2020 winter was also pretty important. Every winter I've been here, it's important.
The places in the world today where Denisovan DNA survive most strongly are Native American Indians. Because Native American Indians are up there in North America, and Aborigines in Australia are down there, thousands and thousands and thousands of miles.
Thanks, man.
And yet we share this
You're talking some sense into me.
mysterious human. So it's like something big is missing from the picture. There's something
This is really just what I need to do. I need to just think about it.
I think we're just poised on a series of huge breakthroughs in our understanding of the past. I hope that the academic will allow those breakthroughs to occur. We will not be so invested in our theories. We will block science for another 100 years. It does happen. I hope it doesn't happen.
What's been the reaction of magicians? What was your biggest surprise about magicians?
In a sense, there's been no big surprise about magicians. Magicians is a continuation and fulfillment of all the work I've done over the last quarter of a century. The reason I felt I had to do it, I mentioned Göbekli Tepe. We talked at the beginning of this discussion about
Yeah,
Plato's Atlantis theory and how he said that Atlantis was
you're right.
9,000 years before the time of Solon, 11,600 years ago in our time. That's the date of the foundation of Göbekli Tepe. Very sad, very clear, absolutely.
Yeah, it would be the fastest way to resolve my debt.
Or the ending of Atlantis. And Göbekli Tepe,
Say I was offered this job, it would resolve my debt
it just comes out
in a
of
few,
nowhere,
like,
out of nowhere.
several years.
We understand ourselves. It's perfect sense.
I mean, do I want to make life decisions based on my, like, debt? Because I'm gonna be 40 in a year and a half, in a year and a half, year and a bit. Like, where do I want to be when I'm 40 years old, right? Like, who do I want to be at the age of 40?
Go to Göbekli Tepe is 7,000 years old. The entire area prior to the
Like, this might be an opportunity of a lifetime.
only by hunter-gatherers. There's no
They both might be opportunities of a
haven't
lifetime.
built anything ever. And then suddenly, without any background or any preparation,
Because, I mean, I haven't...
huge
Because this job, dude,
which is incredibly
if I was offered this job, that'd be insane in Canada. But I don't know if I'd be happy.
is actually 50 times bigger than Stonehenge.
And honestly,
7,000 years old.
because of my French knowledge,
How do we account for this?
I would definitely have a leg up. Because it's Kitchener and Chambly. It's crazy. It's perfect.
How to cut and spoil stone, move blocks weighing in some cases up to 50 tons. Create gigantic stone circles in an area with no water, involving bringing a labor force and organizing that labor force.
Yeah, dude, I have. I did some math on, like, renting, like, $2,000 a month attributed to rent, including internet and shit, and hydro.
Then agriculture, because at the same moment
Yeah,
suddenly agriculture in that same
dude, it's insane. The what's operations manager in Kitchener? I worked with her at Stericycle, and I helped her out with making and translating documents from English to French. Actually, standard operating procedures from the permits. So I wrote the standard operating procedures because, she was swamped and didn't speak French. So I ended up writing them for majority of locations across Canada, which is insane. So she knows I did that. And she basically was a reference for me. And she's the manager of the one in Kitchener. Like, it's literally, it's so perfect, it's almost conflict of interest perfect. You know? Like,
utterly cataclysmic, beyond all imagining.
it's crazy. And I speak French.
In, it's very clear,
We're in Dublin, Canada, most like going to taxes. Yeah, well, I mean, what's the tax bracket? I was looking at it. Is it not like 20% or 26%?
These things come from very far,
China's 20%.
from a place called Lukpa, which is almost like
I know what you're saying, dude. I did some of the math.
huge sphere of trillions of planets in a very outer solar system. Disturbances, gravitational disturbances, can send comets out of those safe orbits, winging in towards the
All right, you want numbers? I'll give you numbers. Let's do numbers. The English-Chinese job is offering what, 3,800 Canadian dollars a month? What's that times 12? About $50,000 a month. And this job is offering, they said, they didn't offer yet. They said the pay range is $100,000 to $115,000 a year. So at like 20, so that even at 115, that enters the 26% bracket, and that would be like $85,000 before or after taxes. And even at like 100,000 at 20%, it would be $80,000 a year after taxes, which is like insane. So it's like literally almost not double, but and then say $2,000 for an apartment. That's like 24,000. But if I can live here another year, but my girlfriend's going insane, and I am too. Another 15% every time you buy something, yeah. I got my carbon climate deposit today, $140. Thank you, Trudeau. $140 for a NEET. NEETs are the ones that benefit the most from this climate initiative. I did nothing, and the government deposited $140. I'm really blessed. I'm not like bragging. That's all going towards that. Yeah, man.
Those technologies work through interaction.
I mean, I think I'm gonna have to follow my heart again, dude. I think I'm gonna have to follow my heart. That's what I did in October of 2021. I followed my heart, man. I left my job, and it was the best decision. I had no regrets, not a single regret. It was like the best. There was no other decision to make. And I think there's a lot of like upset, jealous people at Staircycle. I swear I got blacklisted, man. My manager blocked me from contacting me from LinkedIn. I don't know if he retired or just fucking. Anyways, so that's what I mean, like children, dude, adult children, boomers, goddamn boomers. Goddamn boomers, still in our fucking, still gatekeeping. Passing the torch to immigrants. Yeah, so after taxes in China, 50,000 minus 20% is what, 37,000 or something? And a free apartment. But man, like 80,000, even at the lowest of that pay scale, 80,000, it's literally more than twice the amount. And I have a huge amount of debt. Okay, it would be dumb to not take the money right now. It could save my financial situation.
There's an iconic photograph of a young Hancock that
Then I could take a vacation in China.
and I was wondering if you could tell me about what that brand like back then. And I also just want to make reference to when we were here last time. We talked about ego, and you said, Brian, I've had my lost experiences, but I also embrace them. Does that sound like a full defect? It's this constant, relationship. So those are my two questions.
Yeah, well, I mean, the ego, it's impossible to function as a human being if you don't have a sense of who you are. I mean, you have to have a sense of some purpose. But what you should not have is a sense of your superiority. Because none of us are superior to anybody else. I mean, I may have a skill that another person doesn't have, but that person so
No way.
I think
That's
that
insane.
the ego
In Ottawa and Orleans, it's 1700 now. It's like 1695 or some bullshit. We looked. I looked. It's shit. It's all shit. That's what I mean, dude. I feel like I'll have like the exact same life I had when I was living in Brampton. Like with that salary I had, with the amount of inflation that's happened. I was not making anything. I was making, okay, you know what I was making? I was making $60,000 a year Canadian that I had to fight for after my head injury because they didn't want to pay my overtime. $1 billion company. Bunch of assholes. But I digress. And they were going to fire me. They were going to fire me. They said they were going to fire me. Kitchen is hell expensive for what it is. Oh yeah. Totally. It's pretty ghetto, man. Kitchener's pretty rough. That's a pretty rough town, man. The have-nots. There's a lot of locals that aren't rich. I hear a lot of Indians are moving there. I mean, I love Indian people. I love Indian immigrants. I'm just saying there's a lot of newcomers to Canada moving to a specific city. Dude, I went to a en route just, I think, between London and Kitchener. And dude, it was littered with just garbage on the ground everywhere. And earlier I saw Indians like having picnics and shit outside there, but dude, there was garbage everywhere. And it was so fucking stupid. Like, these fucking people, man. Just put your garbage in the fucking garbage can. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You're not in fucking India, motherfuckers. So I need to just get out of here, man. I need to get the fuck out of here, you know what I mean? I mean, like, China's worse, but like, dude, I just need to change, man. Like, I'm going crazy.
Meetups, live events, an amazing community, and much, much more. Now back to the rest of the show.
So, like, 25,000 your salary rent? Yeah. Yeah, 25,000, 24,000, yeah.
But, like you said, life goes by. What are some things that they just need?
See, I don't think they give a flying fuck about our planet. Let me tell you that, bro. Yeah, so, I mean... It's exciting. It's definitely exciting. For a year, yeah. I mean, yeah, this room. But my girlfriend, I think, would not appreciate that.
Thank you. It's been fun to sit down again. I look forward to the next time.
Dude, these are good questions you're asking me. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know where they want the people. Is there not a raw of this? I don't know where they want the person to be. Because there's two locations. There's a location in Kitchener and there's a location in Chambly, Quebec, which is on the south shore of Montreal. What the fuck is this, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's such a Scorpio moon, full moon, and Pluto. That YouTube suggestion of the fucking acne pus and shit. That's a fucking Scorpio full moon squaring Pluto. 100%. Like, because I've never seen anything like that. Oh, this we gotta send the love for Ron Paul. He says it so eloquently here.
Thank you for tuning in to the weekly report. Final nail in America's coffin. When future historians go searching for the final nail in the U.S. coffin, they may well settle on the date April 20th, 2024. On that day, Congress passed legislation to fund 2.5 wars, hand what's left of our privacy over to the CIA and the NSA, and give the U.S. president the power to shut down whatever part of the internet he disagrees with. The nearly $100 billion grossly misnamed National Security Supplemental guarantees that Ukrainians will continue to die in that country's unwinnable war with Russia, that Palestinian civilians will continue to be slaughtered in Gaza with U.S. weapons, and that the neocons will continue to push us toward a war with China. It was a total victory for the war party. The huge spending bill is all about politics for Biden, yet so many Republicans simply went along with it. The last thing the people running Biden's White House wants to see as a close election approaches are ads blaming Biden for losing Ukraine. The U.S. and its allies have already sent over $300 billion to Ukraine, and the country is still losing its war with Russia. Nobody believes another $60 billion will pull a victory from the jaws of defeat. But this additional money is meant to keep up appearances until November at the expense of Americans who are forced to pay for it and Ukrainians who are forced to die for it. Speaker Johnson could not have passed these monstrosities without the full support of House Democrats. And as the majority of Republicans voted against more money for Ukraine. So in the worst example of bipartisanship, Johnson reached across the aisle, stiffed the Republican majority that elected him Speaker, and pushed through a massive gift to the warfare corporate welfare state. After the House voted to send another $60 billion to notoriously corrupt Ukraine, members waved Ukrainian flags on the House floor and chanted, "Ukraine, Ukraine." While I find it's distasteful and disgusting, in some ways it seemed fitting. After all, they may as well chant the name of a foreign country because they certainly don't care about this country. Along with sending $100 billion that we don't have to fund more overseas wars, Speaker Johnson threw in another version of the TikTok ban, which gives Joe Biden and future presidents the power to shut down websites at will by simply declaring them to be foreign adversary controlled. Not to be outdone, the U.S. Senate on that same day passed the extension of Section 702 of the FISA Act, which not only allowed the government to continue spying on us without a warrant, but also contained new language massively expanding how they can spy on us. Many conservative voters are asking, what's the point of Republican control of the House is if the agenda is determined by Democrats? Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is reported to have bragged to his colleagues about how easily Speaker Johnson gave Democrats everything they wanted and asked for nothing in return. What is the silver lining in all this bad news? Most Republicans in the House voted against continuing the Ukraine war. That's a good start. Our ideas are growing, not only across the country, but even in the DC swamp. Take courage and don't give up. Work for peace. Thanks for listening.
Scorpio, Ron Paul. He's got to be a Scorpio. You know who's Scorpio? Roseanne Barr. She's a Scorpio, I've learned today. That makes total sense. Oh no, he's Leo. Virgo, Leo. He's 88 years old? No, he is not. Wow. Rose, when an 88-year-old describes the United States of America, it's 1935. This guy's a gem, man. Thanks, Toad, for suggesting his YouTube. I mean, I know who he is. It's a legend. We're gonna watch the Strain Hunters again.
So my journey started at the age of 17. I didn't know which direction.
Give me a sec, let me load the vape again.
And decided to take my rucksack and travel to Thailand. And I needed a sleeping place in the north of Thailand. And I bumped into an old medicine man. The guy at that time was already in his late 70s, early 80s, not sure. And I winded up in a rehab for opium addicts. And the next morning I woke up and it was like crazy. He was puking people everywhere. He was like handling situations. There were like somewhere between 10 and 20 people getting treatment there from this herbalist. I was going to stay there one day, but in the end I stayed a whole week. And it intrigued me what he was doing. You know, it was probably my first real encounter with somebody who was using cannabis in a medicinal way. And the day I left, he took my hands and gave me a bunch of seeds and said, "Man, these seeds are going to be so powerful in the future, they're going to overthrow governments." And that's where my journey starts.
And
Hey guys, welcome to Thailand. Welcome to our amazing.
I think
dispensary.
Covanta's
I think it's the
hiring
first
other
time we
jobs
can
too.
Start documentary making in our own
Reworld,
dispensary, get our own goodies.
Reworld Covanta.
But let me
Out
walk
of
you guys a
Montreal.
little bit to the itinerary of the things. Tonight we'll have interview
Other
with Bear.
types of jobs.
It's good to show Bear, one of the young activists here in Thailand that made the whole cannabis scene legal, together with the minister Anutin. Tomorrow, first thing we're gonna do is to KD. That is the legend in Thailand. If we're gonna go to the north, in the Chiang Mai area, Chiang Rai area, we will find a lot of his seeds. He's been breeding for a lot of years, 20, 30 years. And then the next morning, we go straight to the north into the bush. So we're gonna arrive at Chiang Mai, we're gonna do that area around 3 days. Then we go to the area of Chiang Rai, we're gonna do that area 3 days.
It's
Yeah.
good timing to go get the land race, no? Because everything is gonna change now in Thailand.
Yeah, the land race, there's a lot. They will all keep it, but people will grow all different kinds of stuff. It's inevitable with a legalization. Then we go closer to Mukdahan. We're going to do a factory 2 days, and then we're going to end in Bangkok.
Sounds amazing.
Some presents are coming. So what we're going to take? Some Camdog, some mango, dry sift, lemon cheese, lemon and orange, Cambrai, strawberry, full gas, really nice also. Full gas is named after Franco. He was always full gas. So in honor of him, we call the strain full gas. And this place is your #1 pickup place in Bangkok, Thailand, the Greenhouse Seed Co. When you arrive for your great holiday in one of the greatest countries in the world, Thailand.
Long time no see, brother.
Yeah.
So good?
Welcome here all in Sukhumvit Coffee Shop. This is Bear's place. Very close friend of mine. We know each other a few years, and Bear, one of the reasons we want to show this coffee shop because he's one of the main people, main activists who made this all possible in Thailand. But before I even say that, I brought you some presents because we go a little bit way back. So I promised you for a while ago we were going to grow indoor. So these are
Oh shit, this is the indoor one?
this is the indoor.
No!
Yes, yes, yes. And look,
I've seen this in this build. The lemon haze was our, what's that? History.
it's the history for everybody. Now also for you as a Thai grower, everybody. I think Super Lemon Haze won 2 world titles with that.
Actually, this one takes me to the original how I started with cannabis. With,
When did you start growing?
started growing since I was 16. I'm 38.
You're 38, 16, so basically 20 years.
Yeah.
So tell me, pre-legalization, how tough was it? Yeah, because the day of legalization, they released 7,000 people from prison. Yeah? So how heavy was it for you? Like how many friends go to prison? How many years? What?
I've had a friend that went to 7 years in prison. It was a pretty bad time. One of the worst time ever to do weed. But I'm growing anyway, and you're fucked.
So tell me a little bit about how your contribution to the legalization, because I know you have some seats in the parliament with a lot of people that you're helping each other. How's that going?
Since all the stuff I've done, when I was just be a monk, I'm trying to introduce all the politicians together because I know with my age, I cannot join the cabinet. And then so I had my uncle, Dr. Marut Mansiabanich, who was the only medical doctor in the Punjab Thai party, put into the cannabis cabinet to have a voice. Because in the past, they all knew me. I used to do, holiday travels with them, family holidays with other parties, boss members, and then I'm the kid who brought the weed and got my dad busted. I was a kid. I was like 15, 16, just trying to smoke weed and got everybody's kid high. And all the stupid decisions in my life have led me to when they want to do the weed, well, why don't ask beer? Because he was always be the guy who get busted with the weed. Trust me, I got busted like regularly. And then I had him through when I was a monk, so I invited everybody who ran the parties to my ceremony and introduced them, and then kind of slide that through. Somehow it worked, and then it worked from that on.
Bro, thank you so much, yeah? Great to see you. Keep up the fight, yeah?
Great speaking with you, man.
My father. Take me back to your farm. Please take me out of here.
So we're in South Carbon, a little bit early, but this is the place to be in Bangkok for a little bit funny nightlife. So hi girls. Actually, in 1.5 years is the first time I'm here. So yeah, what do you have to say about this? Okay guys, I'm gonna bring a big cheers. Thanks to the whole team. There's no we have to do this one again.
What happened this morning?
You punched me in the face and you kicked me. I was with the manager and with the security. And you were naked, like with your snake. Like
Serious? We filmed it. On the way to Koh Samui, guys. Then we're gonna take a speedboat to Koh Tao to meet the one and only legend KD. Okay, guys, let's go meet the legend KD. Huh? I'm pretty sure, 50% sure, the guy with the white t-shirt, that's KD waiting on the pier there. You see, straight in front of me? All the time I see him on the picture, he's got a white shirt. When I met him, he had a white shirt. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah,
It's my partner, Dust.
just to meet you. Thanks for having us.
Here's my house.
Wow, it's nice, man.
Yeah, there's still a lot of unknowns, Toad. You're right. Still doesn't say exactly what the if they're gonna. But dude, the companies, they're just such assholes. They would pay. They probably are gonna pay like the person to fly back and forth because they don't care about how much it costs. They just care that you don't make
First of all, thank you for
the
having
money.
us.
You know, they're just fucking
It's a
assholes.
super
They
honor
are.
to meet the CEO.
You see it.
I know
Like
we
you see
met
the
one time
budgets. You
before
see
in
it. They're
Bangkok
just
on
they're
this
just assholes.
amazing wedding, you remember? 6 months ago we were talking. And then I went scouting in the north. And everywhere I come, yeah, this is from KD. This is from KD. Who's KD? Yeah, he lives in Koh Tao, and I couldn't figure it out, you know? You're really a hero up in the north, eh?
I think it's everywhere in Thailand because I sent the seed out like 10 years ago. I started to send the seed out. I felt that Thai wheat has become bad because
I remember for this.
only
It's getting
brick
weaker.
brick wheat from Laos and it's bad quality. So I want to have a good quality wheat to smoke myself.
Yes.
First, I used to live in Europe, and when I came back to Thailand in 1986, and then when I travel, I collect all the seed right, from Jamaica, from Nepal, from India. Get some
Traveling
seed.
that really got you all this, because you could try other stuff and you thought, this, if I put it with the local landrace, it would be
Yeah,
really good
become
and I
new
can make it
strain
better.
and it will develop, it becomes stronger, and then I send it out.
You know it's not a dangerous thing. then you know it's a great herb and it does a lot of good things to society.
Of course, the people in the city, they still have something against it because they think it's drugs and bad, it's bad for your health.
Yeah.
But actually,
They all
no
drink.
problem. Like my cousin, one of my cousins, he has asthma, and my grandma, I remember, make like from the leaf with other herbs for him to smoke and help stop asthma.
How did you ever thought at that time this would happen? Let it go legal in Thailand? Did you think it would happen?
I predict this. I told
you predicted it?
everyone 20 years ago. I said in 20 years I will make Thai weed legal.
And are you happy how it went?
Yes,
It was good, no?
I'm very happy because I've been fighting a lot. I've been to Bangkok so many times when in front of Parliament.
Oh yeah? Yeah, I heard that from people. You were the guy with the board in front of Parliament, no?
Yeah.
So you're a real activist.
Yeah.
And where you sell your product now? To the shops on the island or?
Actually, I don't really focus.
One
on
second,
it.
let me use the washroom and I'll be back and then we'll play for a little more.
Making the seeds and the genetics.
Yeah, making seed, making medicine to give away. And that's make me happy more than making money. Making money is also you need to, yeah, to live. But I don't seek for rich.
I want to give you a little present also. Look here. I'm going to make this one open. Because this is the original super lemon haze, yeah? So one of the plants that you used for your breeding program. But this is the original mother. This is strawberry one from us. This is lemon orange. And this is all English mango haze. And this is the full gas. This is dust baby. Thank you so much, my brother. Very nice meeting you. Thank you so much for this interview. Okay guys, it was a great day. Day 3 on the way to Chiang Mai, in one of the best airports in the world now, Koh Samui. And we're going to go there, we're going to land in 2 hours, hopefully, 2.5 hours. And then we're going to visit 4 big farms. And then we're going to end at a really nice guy, also with a huge farm with his father, old OG grower, and grow lots of our stuff also. And he's going to show us around day 3, today.
How long can you do without weed?
Oh, at least 2 minutes, no? Brother! Good to see you, huh? Thanks for having us.
Such a peaceful place.
Mm. You feel the difference in temperature here? Better, no?
Yeah, much cooler than Sangor.
And yeah, this is one of the few breeders in Thailand. So it was interesting to meet him. He also has got a lot of land races. Maybe you can explain a little bit what's standing here. What did you make? Sakari, but from Nepal. One strain, no hybrid. Okay, so this is pure Nepal. Thai Mexico? Really? Kilimanjaro, Tanzania.
AK-47. So everything here is crossed also.
Blue muffin and
It doesn't smell diesel like the Mimosa.
No.
It just has the sweetness.
You have seeds from that one? The swap? Yeah? That's a very nice one. Manoy! Brother,
Oh,
it's real.
come back again.
Come back again.
Come back again.
To meet you.
I told you we'd come back.
I'm look you everybody on YouTube 10 years ago.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we made it, bro.
Now you have your own.
Yes, this is real.
The plants look really nice.
Good, huh?
So this is your place here?
No, he manages this place. He's the master grower here. So he's going to explain us a little bit what's going on here. And after we're going to go to his family place where he grows with his father. Really nice. How long you grow?
I'm low after 10 years.
13 years.
I'm learn on university.
Ah, yeah? Where, here in Chiang Mai?
No, I'm learn in Chiang Rai.
In Chiang Rai?
Because I'm not finished to learn master degree.
No.
Because my big farm talk to me to grow cannabis. I asked to father, hello father. Okay, I'm not want to learn.
I want to grow.
I want to grow.
Stop
I'm asked to father.
So you
I
stop
want to
university?
Stop.
Yes.
I don't want to master degree.
No.
I want to grow cannabis only.
And what's father say?
Father say, what the fuck?
So what do you do? You keep one mother plant every time?
You keep here mothers with the lights. You keep mothers here. They clone
I'm grown.
and then grow there.
And buy your seeds, Stain Hunter, or internet.
Internet.
Because in Thailand the seed Stain Hunter so expensive.
Yes.
Because I think the seed for the good quality.
Yeah.
I don't know to try.
But now for free.
Woo, Leo.
Yeah.
This is woo. Trophy.
Ah, yeah, you win trophy with this one?
Yes, the best sativa in Chiang Mai.
Ah, yeah?
Supreme Clay.
Supreme
Clay.
Clay.
Yes. This is your stem is inside super silver hand.
Nice. Hey, and you have your own farm, no? With your father. We're going there after, no? You're going to take us.
Yes. Delicious.
Okay, let's go, guys. Let's run.
See you later.
How are you? It's not big, huh? How does he take care upstairs?
Huckleberry plant.
Hybrid here, this one, hey? All hybrid.
With the sun and you're in the altitude, you know, on the mountain, you have great sun, great weather. This one is nice also, like OG Kush.
This one's rock hard too.
This is more sativa for sure.
Definitely. Years ago, I was here with my daughter. She was 3, and I was telling this story many times. It was the biggest roller skate restaurant in the world in Chiang Mai. And guess what? 32 years later, I come back and this was the place, guys. And it's now marijuana. Manoi, Broski.
Beautiful place. Very nice.
So maybe you can show us around. Here's where you guys make the soil, no?
This is Thailand lace.
Thailand raised. Seeds.
KD Koh Tao.
KD Kotao?
So here is KD.
This KD is Spain Popo.
That's the red one from KD.
That's good.
Mango.
Very good. And what do you have
And
here?
this, but you see this.
What do you have there?
No, look here. Look. Look. Ah.
Again, he know he come.
Huh? Perfect. So, what else can you show us here on your property?
Okay, it says I have
Nice, they look happy.
44 seconds to...
Smell good, huh?
Oh, I got mixed strawberry.
You smoke 100 gram in 1 week. Not dangerous?
Not dangerous.
Thank you. Thank you very much for
Wow.
your brother's...
Like this one.
That's the most
Oh.
original entrance look.
Eh?
Oh man.
A clone room on the water.
Man, I want an office like this.
How cold is this then?
1 second.
Powerful, strong.
Sorry, 1 second. You're on... Hello? Chloe? Oh, that's better.
Als kunnen al die bongs roken, is het echt niet te geloven.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
So, what is your plan now to extend your company? What you want to do next year? What's your dream here?
Next, in the future, I'm thinking to the cannabis shop and coffee shop, a little coffee shop to. I want to learn with cannabis and learn to my friend. I happy, my friend happy. Every people
sorry, I
smile,
didn't
I'm smile.
understand.
My father smile, mother smile.
Access my
smile.
contacts. Authorization request. Allow contacts and access in settings apps WeChat. Okay. I understand. Yes. Okay, thank you.
I'm getting 3 beautiful land races from this guy there. So suddenly, or 4 even, suddenly 30 growers showed up here in Chiang Mai. Nice, so it's super nice to hang out. And I got this Thai glue one, I got that orange one, and a Royal Lana. This is very interesting. But this is nice, you know, these gatherings, these suddenly, and the guys that come, they come, you know, they don't come for nothing. Yeah? That's super nice.
Smells like a lollipop. Like the old school lollipop, Chupa Chups.
Okay, it's asked for my birthday now. I get it. Here we go. 85. 8. Okay. Confirm. Red, yes. No. Not enable. Leave. Cancel. Not now. Okay. We're in. Thank you for the help. Okay, so Dame, yeah. Go ahead. Okay. And I write what you wrote there. Dame we. Nice. Okay, so 4 E's. Dame we. 4 E's. Nice. Add to contacts. Oh, is that Victoria Bridge? Oh, nice. Nice. So I'm sorry. It's a lot of process. Okay, send. Sounds great. Yeah, that sounds. I'm really happy with that. That sounds really nice.
Okay, awesome. We are all amazed by your efficiency to get your documents done.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I've been. Yeah, I've been. I had them ready. I had them ready. Like I already had the reference letter and. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I will send all the documents you send me, and then I will forward to the school. But for now, I will check your chat. If you have any questions, you can just directly, shoot a message to the group.
Mhm. Yeah, I guess I have one. Do you know when they're hoping to have the restart?
I would say, because this whole process can be quite, I don't like, can be quite long, right? So I would say they don't really have like a specific day to expect you to come over, because even if you do, the whole process can take a bit long. So I would say whenever your documents are ready, so we will, based on your documents, will submit on the Chinese website, you get a work letter, and then we will send it to you, you get the Chinese visa in the Chinese passport way. So this whole process, we can't guarantee how long exactly that will take. So I would say roughly it depends when the visa is ready, when the internal visa is ready.
Mhm. Okay, so I guess that
Yeah.
they're planning soon. Then that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, anytime soon, anytime when when the visa is ready, and then you can purchase the ticket. Another thing, yeah, you can come over. So there's really no like a specific date the school expects you to come over. I would say just as soon as possible when your visa is ready.
That's awesome. That's ideal. That's wonderful.
Alright, so I would say the estimate time should be the end of May or the start of June. It depends how quickly this whole process takes. If you get your visa done soon, then yeah, we expect you to come over soon.
Nice.
Alright, yeah, if you have any other questions, you can also message me on the chat.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds wonderful.
Alright, thank you for the talk. I'm glad you found a meeting now. I'm sure you will be using it every day in China. It's awesome.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Thank you for the invite. Yeah, I did see there was only like 3 to 6, and that's nice. Thank you. That's cool.
No problem. Alright, you have a great night.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Sorry about that. I had a call. Sorry, guys. I now downloaded the Chinese WeChat. It's like WhatsApp and Facebook in one. It's called WeChat. I think I'm going to China, my friends. I hope. I pray. Oh man, I think I'm gonna sign off. I'll be honest, I need to brush my teeth and floss. I'll do it after. I'll do one more. I loaded the vape. It's in full moon. We're gonna play some more. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. No, I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm gonna take the W. I gotta edit the video. Alright, I'm done. Thanks for being here. Sorry for leaving and coming back. Oh shit. Whoops. You didn't see that? Oh man. Sorry, I'm gonna sign off. Sure, let's read Goodle Shoes, why not? Why not?